All right, we are live. I know I'm like 2 minutes late, y'all, but I am here. Let's see. How are you doing today, ma'am?
Um, I'm not gonna lie, I've been better.
Okay, I do
Yeah, I
understand.
I have a
Oh,
lot on my mind. Um, I haven't been sleeping well, but I know that this is just another test of
man.
resiliency, so it'll be all right in the end, but I've been better.
Whew. It has definitely been challenging. And each day I come on YouTube and, I have my coffee, I have to perk myself up, I have to be like a cheerleader to get this started because, we can't all be doom and gloom. We can't just do it. But at the same time, with the time frame that we're living in, the time frame that we're living in is just so challenging right now, and we got to be real about things, but at the same time, like, we still got to wake up. And I still have two kids at home, and like, mommy can't be just like looking like what this country is going through.
Well,
Oh, before we get started though, did you hit your $10,000 goal on the GoFundMe?
no, not yet. Um, People are struggling. I appreciate everybody's help. I got a lot of private messages and well wishes, but people are struggling out there. And
Yeah.
it's hard when that $10 that you want to give has to go into food, into medicine, into your child's daycare. So I love the fact that I have so many people in my corner, but I do understand.
Totally. I do completely understand. And honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. When I did that for you, I was like, geez, you got $1,000. Geez, you're almost at halfway at your goal. I was very, very happy that, people were able to come through for you. So that is a good thing. And thank you, Cosmic Journey, for the 10 pounds that you sent. I definitely appreciate that. Before we get started, though, ma'am, so everybody, this is Black Woman Farmer. And she has been on, I mean, I featured her. She does send me voice clips. I know, sometimes I'm putting them together because she sends them in 1 minute increments. So this is her. Sometimes people act like she's AI, but she's not. She's an actual person. But we are about to talk about how people losing their SNAP benefits are about to affect folks. And, this is about to affect so many people. This is going to affect jobs. This is going to affect whole communities. This is going to affect grocery stores. This is going to affect the vendors for the grocery stores. This is going to affect so many people. And, I know that there are these people that are like, don't worry too much about politics, and y'all watch too much news, and everybody is like, hair's on fire, and it's like, no, this is a five-alarm fire right now. So you go ahead and weigh in with your thoughts of what you are seeing on the supply side of what is about to go down.
Well, first of all, I want to say to your audience that the way that I was raised in my farming family, we do not panic. We prep, we plan, and we prepare. So, the reason why I wanted to have this meeting with you is so that we can come up with solutions for your audience and for our people so that we can weather the storm. So, I'm going to tell you briefly what I'm seeing from my end as a supplier, and then I actually have a list of feasible, tangible things that we can be doing right now so that we can combat what is going to take place in 2026. And I actually wrote it down so that
Okay.
way I don't miss anything. For your listeners, you can, of course, watch this live over again, but it would help you if you were to grab a paper and a pencil and start writing things down as we go along. So
All
the
right.
first,
She
the
says, let's give them a chance to grab a pencil and paper.
okay.
And like she said, you can replay this, you can share the live and everything. All right. So you got a minute before you get started. Before we do get started, I was about to say to Liquid Sunshine, her goal was ultimately $10,000. But when GoFundMe puts up her goal, it does it in like increments. Like it'll say the goal is $2,500. Once she hits that $2,500, it'll say that the goal is $4,000. So that way, it just keeps changing the goal. But ultimately, her goal was 10 G's. Okay. And I know some people are driving while listening. It is okay. This video will be available. This will be available to replay. All right. So she said, grab your pencil and paper. So go ahead and grab it.
So while they're grabbing a pencil and a paper, I just want to put something out there to our people. We are the strongest, most resilient group of people on this planet. This is not our first time around the sun. I don't want anyone to panic. I don't want anyone to start thinking the worst. We've been through the worst, and we're still here. So just remember that Satan has a very short period of time in order to reign supreme, and their time is running out. So, what you're seeing are the death throes of an old empire. And all you have to do, and I'm speaking specifically now to my people, all you have to do is weather the storm. And this is what we're going to discuss today are actual solutions on how we can weather the storm and do it together as a community.
Okay. So you have a question from Petchy29. She wants to know if Black Woman Farmer is interested in starting her own channel because she'd like to hear more from you.
I have friends. We are going to be putting together a webinar where I'm actually going to be teaching our people life saving skills like canning. I'm actually working on making videos as we speak on step by step canning. Um, so there is something in the works. It's just a lot of time, it's a lot of energy and effort, but something is in the works. And I think it will be ready by 2026.
Okay. And y'all should know she has direct access to me. So she'll text me when things are ready to go and ready to put out there for the world. Even if it's her own channel, she'll have a built in audience. So no worries, y'all.
All right. So should we start?
Yep. Let's go ahead. We gave them enough time to grab their pencil and paper. So let's go ahead. She's about to start teaching. And thank you so much for Schlittly on the internet for the $5. I definitely appreciate that, y'all. And I know that I am preempting my typical 9 o'clock videos, but all of my videos will still be posted at the regular time. I just wanted to make sure that as many people could see this live as possible. All right, let's get started with the pencil and paper. I didn't actually get a pencil and paper, but let's see if I even have a, oh, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get a paper. Okay. And Cosmic Journey, we know that everybody is tight right now. So you just showing up and bringing your eyeballs or sharing the live with somebody. We understand that support is support, and people can only do it in ways that are feasible to their own household. So we are perfectly fine with just sharing and talking about it or whatnot. All right, let's go.
All right. So, for those of you who are new, um, the Trump administration has decided that they are going to start cutting EBT, also known as SNAP, starting next month, which is right around the corner. Millions of dollars are going to be cut from the SNAP program. And what this is going to mean is, unfortunately, a domino effect, not just for you and your ability to buy food, but it's also going to affect supermarkets. It's going to affect small farms. It's going to affect farmers markets. Some farmers markets do accept EBT through a program with a certain banks where they give you something called double bucks. So if you spend $10 with your EBT through double bucks, they give you $20 so that you can buy food from a local farmer. What is going to end up happening, which is already happening, is the farmers cannot lose money. So prices are going to increase. You are already seeing this at the supermarket with meat, with dairy, with cereal, any type of grain, and it's going to get worse. Coupled with the fact that the administration just gave upwards of $20 billion to Argentina, we have already lost the cattle industry. We have lost the soybean industry to other countries. So this is going to crush American farmers. Now, here is how we are going to combat the coming thunderstorm. I don't want anyone to panic. I have written down steps that everyone can take so that you can get this started. Like literally, you can do this starting today. Number one, a friend of mine who has a small farm, she's located in Carolina. She gave me the website of a online farm that you can buy bulk produce from. And the name of the website is azurestandard.com. That's A Z as in zebra, URE standard.com. Now, here's how you're going to have to work this, okay? Because you have to pay for bulk shipping. They do something called drop shipping. And here's how you're going to do this. Everyone in your community that you feel comfortable with, you're going to have to come together and you're going to have to do something called a food co op. A food co op simply means that you come together and you put your money together. Let's say there's five of you. You put all of your money together and you buy bulk, and I mean massive quantities of food, and then they drop ship it in your area. You have to pick it up and you bring it home to your community, and then you share the proceeds of the produce equally amongst you and your community. That is called a food co op.
All right, so we got the co-op, we got Azure Standard, bulk shopping. All right, we got that.
Okay, now, for those of you who do not have access to do this, not everyone can order from Azure Standard. but you do have farmers markets in your area. Most major cities and most rural towns do have access to farmers markets. So here's how you approach this situation. Go to your local farmers market and talk directly to a local farmer. Say something like this to them: My friends and I would like to purchase from you, let's say, 100 pounds of potatoes, squash, and corn. If we were to pay you in bulk, what is a fair price that you can give my friends and I if we were to buy bulk vegetables from you on a monthly basis? Make sure you tell them that you will be there on a monthly basis and you want to lock in a fair price. And then you and your community get together. Maybe you each put in $100 or $50. The bigger the community, the more money you can put down. And then you and the farmer work together so that you can have mass quantities of food that you can pick up and you can share that food evenly amongst you and your community. So, once again, all you're doing is a food co op. Number three, you're going to have to start doing something called a group meal plan. This is something that I practice now, and I'm telling you it works. Now, what is a group meal plan? A group meal plan is simply when you have a member of your community, let's say they're a really good cook and they have a little bit of time on their hands, maybe, maybe they're home 1 or 2 days a week, or it's a single woman or a single man, okay? And everybody in your community band together and you give that chef, make sure it's something that they wish to do because they have to want to do it. Everyone in your community, give that chef, let's say, $20 a week. And that chef is going to go to a local market and pick up X amount of vegetables and chicken and eggs and meat and bring it home. And they make meal plans for members of their community and share it amongst each other. This is especially good for children. This is really good for people who like to drink soup. This is what I do personally. I make a lot of soup, and I mean a lot. I do lentil, red beans, peas. I add my own squash. Sometimes I'll pick up carrots from another farmer, and I make mass quantities of soup. And I just hand them out. I put them in these little soup containers and I freeze it. And then I hand out these little 12-ounce containers of frozen soup to whomever needs to eat that night. It's good for children. You can bring it to school and they can have it for lunch. And the really good part about it is if you're not a good cook, you have a meal to eat. You can heat it up on the stove or in the microwave. It's a quick, easy way to have a delicious meal.
So, before though, I mean, obviously, this is going to take some legwork from people. Like, you're going to have to find the people in your area. You're going to have to connect with your Facebook group, or you're going to have to do some of the legwork if you don't know a bunch of people so that you can spread it out. And this is not just on one person.
Correct.
All right.
Correct. Now, I want to stress that the one thing that I've been saying from the beginning is that the only way that the Black community is going to be able to survive the storm is if we work together. We're going to have to go back to the way we were in the beginning, and we're going to have to form communities. You're going to have to find at least 3 people that are close proximity to you, and you're going to have to form some level of community where you can unite and figure out a way to make it work.
So was that number four, finding community, or that's just you talking?
That's number 4, is finding
Okay.
community.
All right. Number four. Oh, okay. Finding community.
Yes.
We need at least 3 people.
At
All right.
least 3. So that way at least 3 people is going to be a really good number, because that way everyone can have a different task, and it's not all on one person to do everything, which is not fair.
All right. Create community. All right. We got it.
All right, now, number 5. When I was growing up, I wore hand-me-downs. Whatever clothes did not, fit my sisters anymore, or even my brother, they handed it off to me. Um, and that includes boys' clothes. If it could fit, you were wearing it. And that includes old shoes, winter coats. It doesn't matter. As long as it fits, you were going to get it. We're going to have to start wearing hand me downs. We're going to have to be very strategic about the things that we are buying. Now, everyone likes to look good, and they want to look their best and feel their best. But you need to start asking yourself if having the latest fashion and having the brand name clothing, is it really doing anything for you in times like this? So here's what you do. If you have girlfriends, if you have older cousins, if you have an aunt, if you have a church group, okay, any group of women or men that have outgrown their clothes, their jackets, their shoes, their anything at all, start handing it down to people who need it. As long as it's in good condition and it's warm for the winter and cool in the summer, you're going to have to start recycling each other's clothes, baby items, cribs, and things like that. So start getting into the habit of wearing hand me downs, of using used items that belong to other people that you are going to need. And that's how we're going to make this work.
All right. So we're recycling clothes and items. All right. And obviously y'all know that I can consolidate this list and put it into something, so we can all see it. But I'm glad that everybody is taking notes and everything. All right. So that's number 5.
That's
I
number
have
5. All right, now number 6, and this is a sensitive one. Number 6 is going to have to be to form some level of protection within our communities with our Black men. Um, I really, I really want to stress that whether or not we agreed with the overall direction of the Black Panther movement, I like where they were coming from, because the men roamed the area, the men protected the women and the children. Um, the men would sleep in shifts throughout the night to make sure that nothing bad um, was going to happen to our community. So, Black men are going to have to start stepping up, and they're going to have to start forming their own community with other Black men to make sure that their women and their children are being protected.
But that's kind of hard to rope them in, especially when so many of them are cheering people's benefits being stripped. I do know and understand. I feel you on that point, and I know that you're correct. But that just seems like the rest of them is like, okay, that's more things that we can do as women. But how do we rope a community of Black men in?
Unfortunately, we can't rope them in. They're going to have to want to rope themselves um, in order for our community to survive. The Black woman is going to have to be protected because we are the community. And without us, they don't exist. So they're going to have a moment where they realize that if they want to survive and if they want to live and eat, they're going to have to step up to the plate and do what is necessary for us. And I know that this is a very sensitive topic and a lot of people might get in their feelings about it, but we're going to have some level of protection because next year it's going to get really serious. It's going to get rough.
All right. So, yeah, next year is about to get really, really challenging. I definitely agree. So, it's going to have to be all hands on deck. All right. There we go. Thank you, Liquid Sunshine, for the $5. She says, economic sovereignty, parallel systems of support, rejection of overconsumerism, materialism, apartheid era communal support, all in, not just Black women. So, how many things are on your list as I'm writing down?
I think I have 6.
That was 6.
Yeah.
Oh, so you, okay. And obviously, y'all, we're here having this discussion, and we got 90 sets of eyeballs here. And I know that not everybody has a community. I know for a fact that here in Las Vegas, I don't really have a support system, but I am a hub. So we're going to have to figure out how to communicate with each other and figure some things out because some of us might have to do a little bit extra legwork to get, shoes to people or just do some things. And some of our communities might not be right here. It might just be with other things other than food, with the whole recycling of things. Because, sometimes it's hard, especially if you're a transplant into a place, to think that you're going to come in and just like, okay, where do you meet these people? So that's where I am. But I have a whole virtual community, so I'm not worried about myself. It's just everybody else. We got to figure out how we're going to be there for each other. Um, we should know, if you go out into the workforce, if you go out and you talk to people, that could be where you chit chat with some women in your area. You can come together with 3 women at your job or something like that. There has to be, because it doesn't necessarily have to be women that you're extra buddy with. It could just be some women that will be reliable women. So keep sharing, your ideas. For me personally, someone that works at home, it might be hard. So we got to figure some other ways out to make sure that women are able to come together to share some food, and to split, excuse me, some of these tasks.
I have an idea.
Okay.
If someone were able to start a support group online, let's say that it's a Facebook private group, and people who want to be in the group, you could post what you need in the group, and then the ones who have what you need, maybe they could work something out where you can swap items. So, maybe you need a new pair of winter boots and I need a new hoodie. You and I could, talk in that Facebook group and we could just send each other what we need um, in the group.
So, Mushrooms Alley says we need a Bourbon Bougie subreddit. And I know we absolutely need another Bourbon Bougie subreddit. The only reason why I shut down my subreddit last year is because it just got too big really quickly. Um, I could do it again. It's just, oh my goodness. I didn't talk to y'all about why I shut it down. It was just like, it just seemed like, I don't even know if I really want to bring this up, but I could open a new subreddit, or I could try to figure out how to open the old one. It's just that at one point in time, people just got a bit inflammatory. Yeah, I had one last year. And maybe the whole Facebook thing could be just a little bit better, because with Reddit, so many people could just be peeking in and doing that type of thing. So maybe the whole Facebook group could be a little bit better. Are there any networking suggestions outside of Facebook? Many have left the platform. Okay. Um, that is true. Maybe I will just have to reopen the subreddit, or open a new subreddit. So what happened last year? Last year, for whatever reason, I had these people, like that. It was all about some trans situation. People thought that I was anti-trans people, and they decided that I was. And then they all started bombarding my pages, and then they started using my name all over the place to say that I was anti-trans. And I don't even really talk about trans people's issues. So that was just really weird for people to start coming for me. And I'm like, what is this? And I'm like, I don't get paid for Reddit. I'm not going to let people come in and stress me out, and I don't even get paid for Reddit. So that's the reason why I shut that down last year. So I'm going to have to figure out where I could post and how to moderate that thing, because I can't really actively moderate because I am busy making videos. I have two kids. I can't do all of these things. It's just too much work. And yes, FDM,
Can I make a suggestion?
somebody was trying to sabotage me. The reason why the lights go out periodically is because I have to get up and walk around, and then the lights come back on. All right. So, what were you about to say, ma'am?
I was going to suggest we could do WhatsApp, we could do Discord. I am on both. I actually have a private group on WhatsApp. It consists of women that live all over the country, and one woman doesn't even live in America. And this is where we talk about pretty private areas. I mean, not areas, subjects. So I suggest either Discord or WhatsApp. And if it's something that you are willing to do, I would
You broke up. So she broke up, or is it just me? Do y'all hear her anymore? Okay. So I don't know if she dropped or whatnot, but if she comes back, then we will chit chat with her. But if she already has a Discord, then, we could see if she will let us the people join her Discord, because I don't do Discord. I don't really know anything about Discord. I'm just being honest. I juggle. Oh, yep, she definitely dropped that time. She'll probably come back. Um, so I know that we have so many people here, and not necessarily on this particular live, but I have so many people in my community anyway. So I know that the people will join if I put it out there. I just have been hesitant to put it out there because I know that I can't do it on my own. Let's see. And let's see, she'll probably come back. Liquid Sunshine said that she could host. You could host what? The Discord? Is that what you're saying that you could host? Let me know in the comments. Um, Eat Me says, I'm genderqueer and I do not identify as a woman, but I watch your videos because I still have to deal with misogyny, ableist. And the thing is, I don't think that I am anti anybody. I'm anti, people. I am a feminist, right? So my first and foremost topics are women focused, and people get in where they fit in. And I don't think that I really come after folks. So that's the reason why when people started coming for me, I was just like, why are people coming for me? I wake up every day and I'm just trying to talk about relationships and having boundaries and stuff. And yeah, I didn't like that. That really did kind of stress me out. People didn't know that I was actually quite pissed. I try not to show how irritated I am and all of the things that I am bombarded with. But I was actually kind of pissed. And I'm like, F this. I don't get paid for I ain't gonna let people stress me out, and I don't get paid for that. Jared said you'll need a place where you could have mods like here. All right. Totally. And obviously this is going to be a group effort because we don't want to have anybody overwhelmed with anything like that. We'll figure some things out. I know that if I were to put out some kind of, community type of post, we would have people swoop in because we have community here. And we definitely, I think that we can create something. What else? Yeah, definitely got to have mods. And I do appreciate the fact that, Substack, okay. I do have Substack. So once I got kicked off of TikTok, oh, it looks like Black Woman Farmer. Once I got kicked off of TikTok, I did create a Substack. So maybe if somebody is familiar with Substack or whatnot, I made the thing, and maybe we need to be putting out like weekly bulletins or blog posts or something. I haven't really done anything with my Substack yet. So people keep talking about Discord. Okay, that is perfectly fine. I am not against Discord. I just honestly, whenever people were talking about it, I was just like, I just can't learn something else. She says, Discord is user friendly. You can create mods, open for everyone, but make it private to invite only. Even put a paywall, but we're not doing that because we're giving away all the abilities. Okay, so that's where we could end up going. But if she already has a Discord, then maybe we could just use that. I'm so late. I've never even heard of Substack. So Substack, it just seems like Substack is a blog thing where you can collect emails, you can send out posts and newsletters and everything. So it's just another social media platform. If she comes back within the next few minutes, then I will bring her back up. If not, y'all, I have to get out of here. I still need to go work out. I need to put up my post that I usually post around this time. I have actually made it. I just didn't want it to conflict too much with this. So Slack is a good app. A lot of work from home. Use it. See, now y'all just giving me way too many things. Camille, you said yes, I'd keep it private. What would you keep private? What are we talking about? I missed it. I can't do all of these things. Like I don't even know what circle is. Um, Liquid Sunshine said, "Mom's duties calling." The duties are not calling just yet. I still have at least about an hour before it's time to start doing mom stuff. So the kids went to bed a little late last night. So I did that on purpose though, so that I knew that I would have some time this morning. So we will see. Oh, okay. The Discord would need to be private.
Hello?
Okay. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. It's starting to rain over here where I'm at, so I think it just kind of knocked out my Wi-Fi.
Okay. Well, the good thing is that I can actually talk. And I'm like, she dropped, but I have absolutely no issue with talking. And at this particular juncture, where we got to was we were trying to figure out where we could come together and chat. But you already have a Discord. So is that a good place for us to just, create community for this?
I would say yes.
Okay.
Discord is a wonderful platform. It's private. You have full control. I think it's better than Facebook, to be honest, because you're not constantly being monitored on Discord. So if it's something if it's something that you're willing to do, I would definitely be on board as your co-administrator to help you set it up. Um, I do this already. I actually have a group of women I work with already. So if you wanted ideas on how we could set this up,
Okay.
so that we could form this online community where we can barter and trade, I would be in to help you do
Okay.
that.
And like Tiger Lily said, she said that your Discord was designated for something else, and maybe we just need to do my own. And it just pains me to say this, but I'll do it. I'll take it on. I'll just need some help. Where we have a Discord, a community bourbon bougie Discord page or something like that. I can do that, and I know that I'll have people that will help me out. Liquid Sunshine, no, I don't have a dog. I don't have a dog at all. We live beside somebody who have dogs or whatnot, but no, I don't have a dog. But I would be down to have a Discord and maybe meet up, with the video or whatnot. Obviously, like somebody has already said, it needs to be private, but we could have like a live and we can talk about it to see if other people need to get invited to the Discord or whatnot.
Absolutely. We're going to have to practice some level of discernment because you are a public figure. So we don't want the wrong types of people to come in and cause chaos. So we're going to have to be very careful about who comes in and I just we are building something very powerful. It might be small, but it's powerful because we're helping women, we're going to be helping children and men too. And we're going to be helping the elderly that need help and that need services. So we just want to make sure that the right people are there and that agents of chaos do not come in and cause disruption.
Yeah. Absolutely. Tiger Lily says us older folks got to be okay with different technology and learning different platforms. And that's where I am. I am officially an older folk. I will be 45 in 9 days. And I just feel like sometimes it's like, another platform to learn. I really do feel like that sometimes. Okay, so Camille says, and we can have another meetup where we start doing the particulars as far as setting up the Discord. Camille wants to know the categories we need. She says clothing, produce, poultry trays, protection, etc. And there could be something like, I know you're talking about canning, and obviously canning is something that could be sent to various people if people are willing to pay for bulk shipping or whatnot. So there are all kinds of things that we could do. We don't have to get all of the particulars out today. We just have to have a group of women that are ready to be all hands on deck with this, because we do know what's coming.
Yeah.
um, let's see. Hi,
And
Chrissy. Yes, you caught a live, but actually, we're about to probably wrap it up.
so I just want to say one thing for the people in your audience. Please do not get overwhelmed. Everything has to happen in small baby steps. So all we're doing now is just talking. We're just going over ideas. One day during the week or next week when you have some time, I'd like for you and I to meet up privately and for just, to just go over some basic ideas on how we're going to put this together for our people. So there's a learning curve that goes into doing this kind of project. So please don't get overwhelmed. Um, we're going to take this nice and slow. We're going to do baby steps. The webinar that I'm working on right now with my friends, it should be up and running by 2026. So we're going to do this slowly. But what I want everyone to understand is the backbone of Black survivalism is community. We're not going to be able to do anything without each other. We're going to have to come together. We're going to have to help each other out, especially those of us who have a skill set, those of us who have like hands-on skills and we can help each other. Um, this is where we're going to shine. We're going to teach each other how to survive, and we're going to take it slow. So do not get overwhelmed, everyone, and do not give in to fear. It's going to work. It worked back then for our ancestors, and it's going to work for us now.
Okay. And I do believe that that is a good wrap up message, that, we have to be abreast. We have to stay abreast of everything that is going on so that we can try to figure out, strategize ways to mitigate damage. Um, yes, I always leave the lives up. And I do have a playlist that has other videos where we have been talking with the Black woman farmer. If anybody has any, like, y'all can do a 5 minute just ask in the chat type of things, because in 10 minutes I'm getting off of here. Yes, I always leave the lives up, and maybe we can create something where I let y'all know, yes, we'll be back on next Monday, or maybe the Monday after next, and we can game plan a little bit more. I do know that this was kind of last minute. So we didn't get as many people here this time, but we could definitely plan a little bit further out next time. Next week is probably bad for me, considering it is my birthday week. So maybe we can start up, like, I'm looking at my calendar now. Maybe if y'all want to start doing Mondays at 9 a.m. in November or something like that, we could plan for that, and we could collaborate here. This is where we can collaborate in the public facing things and have an invite only for the Discord. What would y'all think? You there?
Who, me?
What would you think about, having the lives, having these meetups live in on Mondays at 9, and then this could be our public facing, whatever, and then we'll have the private chats where we're doing the work.
Oh, that's perfect. I would love that.
Next week is my birthday week, so I'm already just letting y'all know. I'm gonna have videos. I'm already game planning to have videos out or whatnot, but I'm not going to be as all hands on deck and in the comment section. I'm just letting people know that up front. But starting up in November, and anyway, November is going to be the month when things start to hit the fan. We need to have things like virtual community giveaways and stuff like that. It's about to get tough. And I know that we all have things in our closets that we are not using. We need to give that to somebody else that might need it.
That is correct. I am in the middle right now of putting away all of my summer items because it's getting colder and colder up here. So, whatever it is that no longer fits or whatever, it'll be washed and dried and put aside. So anyone who needs it, I'll just tell you, this is a size medium. It'll fit a woman with like maybe a small bust. So if you are a medium, then I have this. Just let me know your address and we can work something out.
Someone wants to know 9 o'clock Pacific time, and that'll be noon on the East Coast. And we can aim for that. We can have these community get togethers, and I'll put something out in the community post to talk about that. Um, so already people are coming into the chat. Camille talking about I have a $700 car seat and stroller set. It looks like someone's talking about she has teen clothes. Okay, it just sounds like we're going to have to get this Discord created.
Yeah.
We're going to have
We
to get
will.
this Discord created, and we're going to have to put up the different sections and all of that because people are already willing. So we need to connect the people that are willing to the people that need the things. All right.
Exactly.
All right. She's so my birthday is not till next week. I'm going to be feverishly working up until that point, and I have already scheduled myself a couple, like 2 days, where I get to chill out. So don't even trip, y'all. I'm going to be chilling out with the family. We already got it set up. What else? Happy Earth. Thank you, everybody, though. I think I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Black Woman Farmer, do you have anything else that you want to say before we get out of here officially? Because we can, me and you can keep on chatting because I got my phone, you have my phone number. But anything else you want to give to them before I close this out?
Yes, I just want to say very quickly that whatever happens with this administration, and a lot is going to happen, it's coming. Do not despair. Do not give in to fear. Turn your back on the fear demon and pour love and light into our community. And that is how we're going to weather the storm. And that's all.
Okay. I appreciate y'all for signing in. I'm going to have the live up, of course, and it would be real cool if y'all would share the live with somebody and we'll get more eyeballs on it. And I'm about to go get my little workout in. And after that, I will be making sure that y'all know the directions that we're taking it. Okay. I appreciate everybody. I'm going to wave bye and click out.
Okay. All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.